What's up, guys? Another episode of JR's Corner here. Today is a very special episode. We have a swimmer of note here, Olympic medalist, multiple Olympic medalist, world champion, multiple record holder, Florent Manaudou. Manaudou. Meneer?
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. In Afrikaans ze zeggen goeiedag.
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 There we go. My man, it's nice to have you here, at your comfort zone. How is it being in South Africa, training here, and what brought you here to us?
So I was like in Australia for 6 weeks at the beginning of the year, and before that I met my girlfriend, and she decided to come here for 6 weeks, for 6 months. Sorry, studying in Stellenbosch University. And then I just decided to come and do a few training camp this year here. So I did already 4 weeks here, February, March, and I'm gonna come in April for 2 weeks and in May for 2 weeks or so. So I came for the first time here in 2020, just before the COVID crisis.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. So it's good to train under the sun and with you guys. So I decided to come here.
Nice, man. Nice. And you say Australia. Reasoning being in Australia, facilities. Is there a coach maybe that assisted you?
So I have a different way of working now because I'm kind of an old swimmer. I've been swimming
experienced
swimmer for the last 30 years now, and I decided to be in the center of my project, which is to be an Olympic medalist again in 4 or 5 months now.
Nice.
So I decided to build my staff around me and to train where I wanted to. So during the winter in France, it's a bit cold.
Yeah.
So November, December, January, February, March, it's a bit cold in France. So I decided to be under the sun, and the best way was to be in the South Hemisphere. So I went to Australia to train with my best friend for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then just 1 week in France, and I came here for 4 weeks.
Nice. Now that the way you make it sound like a glamorous life. It sounds nice. You're traveling around, but understanding, myself coming from a sporting background, that how tough it is, man. Especially doing what you're doing, individual sport in the water. How difficult is it for somebody like you? Obviously, you've been doing this your whole life, and we can get into that a bit now, like a bit of your background, come from your childhood, family life. Because I understand you actually come from you're actually swimming royalty, if I can say so, if I can call it that.
Yes and no, yeah.
Yes and no. Your sister, Laura?
Yeah, Laura, yeah.
Laura. And your brother as well, coach. So, I mean, how has it been like, before you get into the swimming background, but how tough is it on the mental, aspect of, constantly needing to perform, to push,
For me,
because you're doing it on your own.
Yeah, for me, I like to do it on my own now because I don't like when people tell me something to do. So I always have been like this. Now it's a bit easier because I can basically come to train whenever I want and do it with my body feel. This is something that I really like. Of course, sometimes I'm missing like the group part where we are kind of racing also during the training.
Yeah.
I met some South African swimmer here, so they joined me for some session, which I'm really glad to.
Yeah.
But honestly, swimming is not an easy sport just because it's not fun. We say play soccer, we say play basketball, play handball, play rugby, but we don't play swimming because swimming is not a game.
Yeah.
Swimming is a bit tough because it's always you have to push your limits.
Yeah.
But you don't have this play part. I'm a sprinter, so I can have a bit, but when you swim long distance, for example, it's more difficult. But I've been enjoying it since 4 or 5 years now. I stopped swimming for 3 years between 16 and 19, and I was like, okay, I just wanna come back, but I want to change my way of training, and I just decided to come here and to train by my own and to have my staff around, and
Yeah.
I send them videos and I have feedback. So yeah, I love this way of training, but of course swimming is not the most fun sport there is in the world.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay. And I mean, you gave me so much info now, obviously around swimming and being as it is an individual sport, you know. And I mean, for young aspiring athletes that's maybe looking into going into swimming, you know, in South Africa, I wouldn't say we have a great swimming culture, man. You know, swimming is for many people just a pastime, you know. But there is a community that pushes into the swimming. That's why you get the likes of the Chandler Close and the Roland Skumans and the Ryk Nietlings, you know, just to name a few.
Yeah.
And I know you've competed against some of them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Which of them? Okay, before I get into that question, bit of your background, where you come from. I know you come from the south of France.
Yeah.
But of your family background and just how your love for the sport developed. And was there maybe a different kind of sport that you also did or looked into? Because I mean, you were a specimen, you know, in terms
yeah,
of physique.
athletic.
I see they give you 1 centimeter short of 2 meters.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, you look like about 2.1 meters.
Yeah, so my parents were really sporty. My dad used to play handball,
Okay.
and my mom badminton. And I think it was important for them that the three kids, my brother, my sister, and I, do sports because when you're doing a sport, you're not playing PlayStation and stuff
yeah.
like this. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's a bit better in my opinion. And then we just we played handball. My sister did some athletics.
Yeah.
I swam. I did some judo. Many sports when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then when I was 11 years old, my mom just told me, okay, I think you have to choose one sport now. I didn't really choose because it was easier for me to swim, because if I had to choose handball, I had to move and to move cities and to leave my parents for at a very young age.
Okay.
So I decided to continue swimming, and yeah, after it went well. I was at the best swimmers of my category, French category.
Yeah.
And then I went to the World Championships, and then I went to the Olympics, and then years after years I went better and better. So I couldn't say that I chose, but maybe swimming chose me.
Oh yes. Yeah. No, that's beautiful. And I mean, I'm pretty sure at a young age you stood out. So did you just stand out in your age group, or did you stand out like in multiple age groups and multiple styles? That you were a sprinter, right? Sprinting.
Yeah.
So did you do the long course when you were younger, or short course?
I think when you're a swimmer, it's important to do a lot of different strokes and a lot of different distance, because this sport is you have to swim a lot, you have to train a lot, and when you're young, you can basically do much more than now. So yes, I did some 400s, some 1500s.
Sure.
Of course, I was good, but I was not the best. And years after years, I just understood that I was more sprinter. So I'm doing 50 freestyle, but I'm also doing 50 fly, 50 back, 100 freestyle. So I love to sprint.
Sure, amazing. Florent, there's so many questions, things I have on my mind. Getting back to the opponent question. Over the years, obviously, you've been doing this professionally for how many decades?
I would say 16 years now.
Yeah, a decade and a half.
Yeah.
So roughly out of those guys that you've competed against, and obviously if you think about maybe the moments that you won a gold medal, 2012 Olympics, obviously being a great. I actually watched that race, and I don't think in that race you were in front from the beginning, if I'm mistaken, but towards the end you got the lead.
Yeah.
And you know, in a race like that, what goes through your mind, man? You know, and like the guys around you, obviously you now compete. You now probably the 12 how many best guys in the pool.
Yeah, I was not the favorite during this final, but the story was I went to the World Championship in 2011, just a year before the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I was doing the 50 butterfly, but the 50 butterfly is not an Olympic event. So I had to choose so either 50 freestyle or 100 butterfly. And my French opponents, because you have to qualify for the Olympics, and you're only two for each country.
Yeah.
So I had to beat like very strong swimmers.
Yeah.
And so I qualified in March 2012, but I had the feeling that I stole my place in this competition. I don't know why, because probably the swimmers were super good, and I watched them when I was younger. So for me, they were better than me. But I got my tickets, and in the heats and in the semi-final, I was still feeling okay, because my brother-in-law was doing 50 freestyle. So,
Okay.
and I was like,
In that same
I
Olympics.
stole. He didn't go to this Olympics, but because I was second at the French nationals, so I qualified for the Olympics, but he was fourth, so I didn't go.
Okay.
But he was better than me the last 4, 5, 6, 10 years, because he was older than me.
Okay.
And then when I went to the Olympic final, I was like, no, I think I have the chance to do this Olympic final. Of course, I had a lot of good swimmers around me. I swam next to Ronald Koeman, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I was like, okay, we are 8 swimmers. And this is like when you're at school, the first who touch the wall wins. And it became a game for me to just like win this Olympic final. And I don't really remember everything in this final, because I had a lot of emotions.
Yes.
And now it's a long time ago. But yeah, it was amazing.
No, that's beautiful, man. And just to hear that, I mean, it inspires me. I mean, I'm not a swimmer, and I still do a bit of sports, team sports, as say rugby. But it's just an inspiring message, because I know this video will touch a few lives, and maybe inspire the next Olympic swimmers out of South Africa or anywhere else where they see this video. I understand that you had a bit of a stint with on a video movies series. Do you maybe want to touch a bit on that? I know you were rubbing shoulders with guys like George Clooney, John Dujardin, if I'm saying his surname, pronouncing it correctly. How was that experience for you, man? Was it just something natural that came natural, or how did it come about?
I'm really a curious person. So I had opportunities because I swam fast, and in French you say you open doors. So I had opportunities to do different stuff, and I'm very passionate. So when I go into something, I really work for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just super nice to see the best in the world in their job, in cinema, in motorbike, in different stuff, that I was more curious about how it worked, how they worked all together, and it was super interesting. I don't know what I will do in my future, but yeah, I just want to go with the flow, and let's see what the future brings me.
Beautiful, man, beautiful. So I'm getting to the last few questions. I know we're a little bit cut for time. One thing that I want to know, what motivates you, and maybe what motivates you firstly as an Olympic medalist? I mean, what can you think? I mean, I can't even think of what more than an Olympic medal and a world record. What can motivate you?
So I had everything in my career, so I'm really glad for that. Now this is the home Olympics in 5 months for me.
Yeah.
So if it was not in Paris, honestly, I think I would not swim anymore. But I am a man of challenges. So when I knew that the Olympics would be in Paris in 2024, I was like, okay, I'm gonna push a bit more, change my way of training to enjoy more the journey. And yeah, now I'm 5 months to go. So
beautiful, man.
Yeah, this is just a challenge. Of course, I'm not I'm not the same athlete as 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry the same way for winning, but I still have some stuff where I want to perform. So it's good also to try to beat the young swimmers that come and try to chase me.
Yeah, sure, amazing, man. And last but not least, any I mean, on your off days, what do you like to do if you're not done training for the day? What would
I'm a sports fan, so during the weekend, if I need to relax, I'm following all different sports on the TV.
Yeah.
I also like to travel, as you know, because I'm not in my home
Because
country.
you,
I like to discover different culture. I like to go to the restaurant and parties with my friends and stuff like this, just as any other person, I think.
yeah. Just being have a normal life.
Yeah, normal life.
Yeah. All right. No, man. Nice, man. Flo. But last but not least, man, I just want to thank you. Thank you for sitting down with me. I mean, since the moment I met you in the gym, I didn't really know who you were. You look like somebody that could be important because we know here some famous athletes that come through our facility. And how's the facility been for you? Do you enjoy the facility? Because I know you like to push the weights as well.
Yeah. Honestly, in 2020, I didn't train in the gym here.
Yeah.
I was in the SAS training in this body weight room.
Yeah.
And when my girlfriend told me, okay, I'm gonna be in Stellenbosch for the next 6 months,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I know the pool already because I came for training camp in 2020, but I don't know the gym facilities, and I was honestly super impressed about how big it was, how different like rooms there is, and the energy is really different because you guys love to do sports, and people don't look at each other here; they're just here to train, and this is something that I really like. Honestly.
Nice, man. Nice. Now I saw you picking up the weights. I don't know if it was like a 160 or I don't know how much because there was a lot of plates on.
Yeah, I bench press 165 here, and I fell at 170.
Wow. Okay. the weights are about heavy in South Africa, eh?
Yeah, I hope. I hope.
But yeah, man, Flo, I just want to thank you, brother, man. Thank you so much for your time and just sitting down with me. I mean, like I said, when you walked in the first time, we chatted, but you were just a down-to-earth guy, normal person, you know? And then people start saying, hey, I see the French students say, hey, you know this guy, you know that is. I'm like, okay. And then started chatting.
Yeah, I'm normal. I'm a normal person. Yeah. It's not because I swim faster than most people from one wall to another one that I have to be someone else, you know.
But you know, for some people, they act different when they do something special, you know?
Yeah, I'm not that special.
But now, thank you, man, for just being yourself and being humble, man, being approachable, man. You see, I see how you interact with the people as well. And last but not least, man, just a word of motivation for our people that's watching this video. Some last words.
For me, the best if you're doing sport is to you have some days where it's more difficult than the others, and for me the goal, and I have this in my mind since a long time now, is to still enjoy the journey and not just the goal. Like of course we all have a goal in sport, but if you don't enjoy every day what you're doing, you're not going to perform. So I would say that the pleasure in the sport is the most important.
Nice, man. Beautiful. Guys, on that note, this episode, I'm not going to name the number of the episode now. I have to first make sure what number we're going on. But this is the episode Florent Manaudou. Manaudou. Au revoir.
Au revoir, merci beaucoup.
Au revoir, merci beaucoup. Guys, I just want to thank Marty's Gym. Lastly, Momentum Photography for the video. Aiden's Barbershop and My Brew Coffees, guys. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with us. To the next Olympic medal in Paris.
I hope so.
There we go. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you. Bye.